Hey y'all, I'm Cindy. Welcome to Cindy Hart's Crochet Podcast, where today we're talking about food instead of crochet and crochet accessories. Cindy Hart's cooking too. Today I'm going to be trying this pasta salad kit from Aldi. As a lot of you know, I haven't been well this week, so I am finally feeling like cooking myself a little something. So I thought I'd try this and maybe give it a little review at the same time. It is Reggano pasta kits. Don't know how to pronounce that. Elote, 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 pasta salad kit. Pasta with corn, Parmesan cheese, and guajillo chili lime seasoning. Easy add-in ideas on the side panel. So, I got this from Aldi, and I thought I would try it. So first of all, of course, you are to boil. Whoa, that's going to be steaming up my camera right there. First of all, we are boiling the pasta. Let's see what this is my favorite. This is one of my favorite cooking spoons, but it's broke, of course. Let's see what it says. All the junk in the background. You will need 3/4 cup of mayonnaise, 1/4 cup of hot water. Bring 3 quarts of water to a boil. Add salt to taste if desired. That is where I am at this moment. Once it was boiled, I added pasta and am cooking it, stirring occasionally for 8 to 10 minutes or until desired doneness. Drain pasta and rinse with cold water to cool. Drain well. So, I have it on already about, look at that. That looks like it's going to be really good. Got corn in it and chili lime seasoning. It gives you an option also for a lighter dressing. Replace the mayonnaise with 1/4 cup olive oil and a tablespoon of vinegar. Well, I'm using the mayonnaise recipe. Let's see what all the things are over here. It says there's 5 servings per container, so there's a pretty good little bit in there, and I'll split it between a couple or 3 meals. Let's see. There's all the stuff. I'm not going to read that all down for you. But I am going to, let's see, we got about 4 minutes left. Sorry for the closeness there. Got about 4 minutes left on the boiling, and I will be back in a minute. Okay, so I think it's going to take more than the 8 to 10 minutes for boiling, because even with only about 3 minutes left on the boiling, I do feel like there's going to be some, it's going to still be kind of tough. So I'm going to boil that a little extra. And like I said, I did get this at Aldi, and I believe it was only like about $1.59 or $1.79. So a pretty good deal for a pasta salad kit, because I usually get the Kraft, at another store, other grocery stores. I usually get like the Kraft ranch bacon tomato pasta, and I think it's almost $3. So I'm always looking for a good deal, of course. And so we're still boiling, still stirring. And like I said, I believe it's going to be a little bit longer than the 8 to 10 minutes. So I'm going to finish the boiling and come back to you in a few minutes and see where we go from there. While I am waiting on this to finish cooking, I have made me some wonderful celestial seasonings. Cinnamon apple spice tea, hot tea, caffeine free, and hoping it will help my throat feel better and help me feel better, get me some strength back overall. Like I said, I've been sick all week, and it has really taken its toll on me. But I can drink some hot tea in my, got crumbs all over the stove, sorry, in my Sea Rock City cup, one of my favorites that I'm always using. I've also made me some cornbread and air fried some chicken thighs. Just hoping to get some strength back and eat some good solid food, and hopefully go back to work tomorrow. I've been off work all week, and that's going to ouch the old payday. All right, be back. I added 3 minutes to the cooking of the pasta, so I am going to go see where that's at the moment, and we'll be back in a minute. Okay, so it has finished boiling, and I think instead of 8 to 10 minutes, I have actually boiled it about 12 minutes. Now, I think this is one of those pastas that probably should stay a little firm, but it's some kind of curly Q. Let's see what we got here. Some cute little curly Qs. I think it was called cavapati, something like that. It's hard to do with one hand and one cameraman. So I am going to rinse it with cold water and mix up the sauce, and I'll be back again. So after testing this pasta, after I have now cooled it off with cold water, I think it probably should have cooked another couple of minutes. Okay, that's my water heating for the sauce. So next phase coming right up. So I'm mixing the sauce in the hot water. The hot water's in the bottom. I poured the sauce on the top. But boy, doesn't that look good. You can just see the spices sitting on top of the water. I haven't mixed it yet. There's my pasta in the background. Got that corn in there. And I guess that's why they want you to let it sit for 10 minutes, is so that the corn can soften up a little bit. So let me mix that up, and it's smelling really good, and we'll be back. Okay, so there is the corn mixture, sauce mixture. Once I've started up a little bit, I did nuke it another 30 seconds just to kind of kick that water up a little bit. And yes, I guess that's why you are to leave it 10 minutes, is so that the corn can soak in some of the liquid. I'm going to get this mixed in. Let's see, give it a few minutes. Going to mix it in with the pasta, with the mayonnaise, and then the pasta, and we'll come back for a taste test. Doesn't that look good? And it smells so good. It smells like it could have the tendency for some spice. Like, I can't tell though if it's like a chipotle type spice or a, well, maybe the chili lime like it describes on the package. But it does have it has potential for a little heat. So I can't tell yet. I'm not going to taste it till I put it on the pasta, but I will let you know. Okay, I'm not even worried about my lighting and everything today, but so meanwhile, in a small mixing bowl, we have stirred together the seasoning packet with the hot water. We are letting it stand now for 10 minutes. We'll stir in the mayonnaise when until it's blended here shortly, after it cools down a little bit, and after the corn soaks up some of that moisture. And then in a large mixing bowl, which I'm not going to do, I'm going to put it in my little cheapo, what are these containers? Rubbermaid containers that I keep my food in. I don't have fancy dishes or fancy kitchen, but I'm going to give you what I got. And that's a real Cindy. It says refrigerate and serve cold, which that will be good. Although it's going to be cool enough that I'm going to eat it with my chicken. And for a lighter dressing, I think we said that. It does say that some good add-ins would be half cup of chopped fresh tomatoes or vegetables, and I do have a can of tomatoes that would be good, but I'm not going to put it all in there. I may just spoon a couple of spoons in there, save the rest for later, because I found that with pasta salads, if you put canned tomatoes in there, it's just really going to make it goopy and soupy. It's not really, unless you do it, fresh. Also, 1.5 cups cooked chicken, turkey, roast beef, or ham. Now, I may try that tomorrow for lunch. I cooked some of these chicken thighs in my air fryer, and my voice sounds shaky, so I guess that is an indication of how sick I've been this week. It sounds shaky to me. So I may put some cooked chicken in there for tomorrow, just so I'll have like a full container meal instead of separate and having to heat it up and all the stuff. So I'm going to go back now and mix up let's see, there's my cornbread. Ooh, can't focus. Focus now, come on. Give me that good old cornbread. I didn't have a knife handy, so I just spooned it out when I was eating with cornbread and my buttermilk earlier. Who else eats buttermilk with cornbread? I know a lot of people eat sweet milk or regular milk. Used to call it sweet milk. But I love buttermilk and cornbread. So we're going back to the pasta now. Be back in a minute. Okay, so I have added the mayonnaise. Just going to stir it around a little bit. Probably could have used another minute or two, but it's okay. It is really smelling good. And I, for one, like a mayonnaise pasta salad more than I do a vinegar or oil type. I will eat them because I do like Caesar and Italian pasta salads, but I do prefer a mayonnaise type pasta salad. So that, I got to get my seasonings off the side. So I'm going to mix this up a little bit more and I'll be back. Okay, so here it is after I have poured the sauce into the pasta. Haven't really mixed it up a whole lot yet. Oops, may mess up. There's my dirty dishes. But that's how I am. I put all my dirty dishes in the sink and then I'll wash them. So this is not going to go well mixing with one hand. But you can see how thick that sauce is with the mayonnaise in it. Now, I didn't even measure my mayonnaise, and I don't usually. Like I said, I don't have fancy dishes. This is just a Rubbermaid container right here that I will leave it in. I will spoon mine out for what I'm about to eat, and then we'll close it up, put it in the refrigerator. So let me stir this up really good. Let me show you what that looks like, and then we'll do a taste test. How's that? Okay, so there you go. There it is all mixed up. Like I said, it's got some corn in it, and it does have some spice to it. And it looks smooth and creamy. I did add a little more mayonnaise to it, just to make it a little bit creamier because it was a little bit dry without it. So now let's taste it. I can smell, though, it's going to have a little kick to it of some sort, but I'm just not quite sure yet what kind of kick. So we're going in. I hope it's not too hot. I hope it's not like hot. And for y'all, those of y'all probably wondering, I use a lot of natural or not metal stuff when I cook because it bruises your food and stuff. So I use even plastic. Although I have seen something about this black plastic that as soon as all of this is gone, I won't be using it anymore. But I don't use it in heated items. But I tend to use, that's why my poor little wooden spoon is cracked. Because I just use it and use it and use it. Okay, so here we go. Let's taste this stuff. Looks like it's going to be good. Smells like it's going to be good. But like I said, it smells like it's going to have a little kick to it. I better just get me a couple of little... These little spirally things are a little hard to get on your spoon. Okay, not going to do it on camera, but let's try this stuff. I am the only one eating it. That's the only reason I'm using my same spoon. I'm the only one who lives here, so it's okay if I drink out of the milk jug. Just kidding, I don't drink out of the milk jug. Okay, pretty good. I think it's going to be really good with my chicken that I cooked and my cornbread. And I might even, whoo, it does have a little, it's not a burn kick, but it's a, I guess the chili lime. It's got some chipotle in there of some sort. Chipotle type peppers. But it's really good. Overall, cooking and ease of cooking, I give it, a 8 out of 10. But the only reason being is because you have to mess up so many dishes to cook it. Normally now, I would leave it in the pot. But I'm cooking it for y'all. So I at least whipped out the high dollar Rubbermaid for you. And my Pyrex mixing cup over there. But ease, I mean, it was very easy to cook and easy to make. I think it could have used a little more liquid than it calls for a 1/4 cup hot water for the mix. I believe it probably could have used up to a 1/2 cup because it was kind of still a little bit dry and didn't really have enough liquid in there to absorb into that corn, the freeze-dried corn, or however that was done. Also, it could have used a little more It calls for 8 to 10 minutes. I cooked it about almost 13 minutes, which was good. So it did soften up a little bit. But I think at 8 to 10 minutes, it would have still been like clammy pasta. What else? Could have used a little bit more. I put a little bit more mayonnaise in it. It called for 3/4 cup. Now, I don't even measure my mayonnaise, so I just did like 2 spoons in there. But then I added maybe another light spoon of it. And when I say a spoon, I mean like just a teaspoon type size. So overall, it's really good. And I would recommend it if you find it at your Aldi's. Like I said, it is only $1.59 or $1.79. And that's really reasonable for pasta salad. So let me put it on a plate and chat it with my chicken and see how that goes. Okay, so here's what I will be eating. I did air fry me some chicken thighs, and got my little piece of cornbread there, and some of that pasta stuff. Now I got the cornbread to kind of offset the little heat in the pasta. I put Traeger flavoring chicken rub, citrus and black pepper on the chicken, and I love it. It tastes good. So here's what I've seen in videos. So let's do this. I'm going to test my pasta. This is what the review is all about, right? Uh-oh. Can't get the pasta on my fork. It is hard to spoon and eat and stuff. So here's the way we're supposed to do it, right? I'm going to take me a bite. Supposed to drop the fork, right? And go, oh my gosh. All right, well, that's my review. Let me get the picture of the box again for you. So there it is. It is the, however you pronounce that, pasta salad kit by Reggano pasta kits. And I did get this at Aldi. So it is a good flavor. It was easy to make. And it took very few ingredients. And it did offer lower, lighter options as well as add-ins. So that's always a good thing to see on a box in case you'd like to know what would taste better with it. I am going to add some tomato to it after it cools off, and then I take my plate for work tomorrow. So that's my honest review of the, however you pronounce that, Elote pasta salad kit from Aldi. Thank you. See y'all later. Love you. Bye.